What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Got yourself good, huh? What was that? The fourth return?
No.
What I don't like. What happened?
No.
there?
I know exactly what that was.
I know. Let's
That was
hear.
the newest model of the garbage disposal in my kitchen.
Yeah.
That's what that sounded
High
like.
horsepower. You know what I mean? This
That
thing's
was
gonna
awful. That was a bottom five.
If you
What?
put glass down that sink, I'm gonna take it. No problem.
What were you doing?
So I had said, okay, this is what actually happened. I had said the last time I did a scat that, because I started the Satchmo run.
And you love doing
Yeah.
them.
I just love the scat. And I said, this is how I can get out of doing the scat. I'm never going to do it again. Someone else is going to do it. I had Satchmo do my scat last time.
Right.
So this time around, I was like, who can I have do the scat?
So who was that?
It started as Arnold.
Oh,
Arnold
no, it didn't.
No, it started only in my mind as Arnold. And then the
You
reason I
failed
was
to commit?
I don't know, man. The reason I found it so funny at the end was because I was watching that from a distance. I was seeing that as a third party, and I did not.
And what was
participate.
your review then?
It was
As a
terrible. It
as
was
a third
terrible.
party. Okay.
A very pretty good garbage disposal.
It did sound a lot like a garbage disposal to me. Welcome into the Spitballers. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Would you rather the Situation Room today? And we are drafting audio to replace your car horn with later in the show. So that is today's draft that
I almost gave one away.
Jason just earned, the right
Right.
to draft first.
There is a 101 in this draft. So
A garbage disposal sound.
I don't know that. I don't know if there is.
There is for me.
I know what it is for Jason, but we'll start here.
Would you rather?
And by the way, Al Borland, how would you rate Jason's scat over there?
That's a 2.
It's not bad.
Out of 100.
Okay, worse.
Would you rather, Heather wants to know, would you rather lose one of your two front teeth and not be allowed to replace it, or have your hair look like George Costanza? So we're talking hair on the
We're talking
sides,
skullet.
empty on top, and you're not allowed to wear a hat. Which is more...
This is very, very easy. This is layup level. There's no debate, no
Really?
choice. 100%.
I feel like this is Andy v. Jason right now.
Oh, no.
I'm not there, Mike.
Well, if he's not there. He's not either there with the tooth either.
No, take the hat off for the whole segment.
Because it wasn't his front tooth. It was the other. Oh, there it is again.
Oh, all right. So we got a battle going on here.
I would choose the tooth.
Really?
Yes, I've come to learn I can talk. I've learned I can talk in a public situation where no one notices my tooth.
Is that why your voice is doing what it's doing right
Well,
now?
no, the voice would change a little bit. I just can cover it. I'm just saying you can't.
But you got to move it to the front tooth. Not you're.
Oh, you're right. I'm not a front tooth.
No, you're a.
You're a forward tooth.
Yeah,
but you're not one of the two front
incisor?
teeth.
Anyone know dental?
I think that's right.
All right. Oh, Jason's on the back wall.
Oh, thanks, friends. So here's my reasoning why you would definitely want to have the Costanza hair versus a missing tooth.
So you want that too?
And that photo's old.
Or do you want that one over the tooth?
That was a while ago.
Yes, for those listening at home, a photo of me having a very bad hair experience getting out of a pool has been put up on our YouTube. Please feel free to visit.
Kind of reminds me if you got
And I had more hair then.
if you got
That's what I'm getting at.
if you got a turkey feather and you got it wet and you laid it on top of a head.
Yeah. So anyways.
All right, moving on.
But the thing
So
is.
it's easy for you.
Yes, it's a very easy decision. I see people with Costanza hair all the time. It's just normal. That is a normal thing you see. You go in the grocery store.
It is.
You might just run into someone with a Costanza. Now, usually they're older than we are, and that would feel maybe a little bit too old, but if I saw someone in the grocery store missing a tooth, I'm going to 100% judge them. I don't want to. I shouldn't.
They don't have to have their mouth open.
Yeah, they don't have to have their mouth open, but if they ever talk to me,
yeah, at that point you're judged.
I'm going to see it, and I'm going to be like, okay, so lay off the soda.
It would help me not talk to anybody but my friends that know my situation. And they'd all say, that's a nice head of hair.
How long?
Would you like paper or plastic?
Plastic.
What? How long does for this question, how long does the hair have to be?
On the sides?
Yeah, because
it has to be long enough to be very obvious that it's hair from a distance.
Okay, because that matters.
A bushel.
Where like the fellers that have the horseshoe hair, but it's tight.
A tight horseshoe's not as bad.
You're like, yeah, it's a guy who's balding. Like,
yeah,
that's
it
not
just
a big
looks
deal.
like you shaved your head and then you let it grow a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good point. The further out the sides grow, the worse it gets.
Yes.
Is there a point where it becomes cool?
No,
like I've got long hair.
It turns into like Bozo the Clown.
That's like saying, is there a point where it's cool to not have a front tooth? And it just
What if I got no teeth?
It never becomes cool. And I've learned from knocking my front tooth out that it is the worst thing you can do for your appearance possible.
It's the most noticeable thing that anyone would ever see about a person.
So I still think I can hide it better. Like I want my pride. I lose my pride if I'm walking around.
Yes, because part of it is balding is it is a 100% natural thing that happens.
Phenomena.
Like, I mean, what's the percentage of men who, by the time they're like 50, they're essentially bald or really balding?
I mean, not by 50, but like balding, yeah. I would say percentage of men that are balding by 50. Let's take a guess.
Okay, I'm got the answer.
Percentage of men balding by 50 is 50%.
I would go a little higher. I'll go 60.
This says up to 50% of men go bald by the time they're 50 years old.
Okay.
However, the up to part seems really stupid. Up to 50%.
Yeah, that's anywhere from 0 to 50.
Once you're 60, it goes up to 2/3.
Okay, but the point being this is a natural thing of life where getting your front tooth knocked out, something happened.
Poor hygiene, got in a fight.
Gingivitis.
I don't know.
Yeah, what is the judgment when you see no tooth?
Stupid hillbilly. That's first thing.
You know there are people listening to this.
Yeah.
They don't know how to operate the podcast. They're missing teeth. I'm in the clear. They are not hearing this.
Okay, all right.
That's the judgment, though.
Oh, man.
As a man with the other side of this would you rather on his horizon.
Yeah, no, I know it's coming.
I guess you can speak to it.
I'll be shaving my head this year.
It's this year?
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be this year.
All right, well.
Now, have you considered doing the low cut, but you still can tell where the pattern is?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna.
You're gonna try that.
I'm gonna buzz it down.
Yeah, let's see what that looks like.
See what it looks like, and go from there. So I guess I should ask you two
before you go full glint.
Since we run a massive media empire. How do you? How are you two gonna feel with 1/3 of us now just having a new look, being bald?
Great.
Yeah, I'll feel great
Doesn't
about
bother
it.
me at all.
All right. Good.
Also, I can't imagine you're not wearing a hat still.
That's probably true.
Once you're bald.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you tried it. You tried it once upon a time. It was a pretty. I think you objectively looked fine, but I think for us it was very stark because we're so used to. I mean, I've known you for 25 years.
Yeah. Anytime someone shaves their head, it looks or beard or any massive change, it's just like ah.
Now, if you shave your head and your face.
Oh,
all
man.
at the same time, like you are just
no. There's no amount.
I was gonna ask. You knew it. I was gonna ask how much.
Give me $1 million. This face needs a beard. Just some people.
He has a face for beards.
I'm still looking at pictures of George here, and it's.
He was so young. By the way, he was like 30.
I'm trying to express it without it sounding horrifically mean, but it's just going to sound mean. It's like, how is this the look that you're looking at it in the mirror and you're like, yeah, still got it.
It's not. It's just it happens, and then you're just like, this is what I got. That's what that is. That's not a choice.
Yeah, but I'm saying just take it all off.
But I don't think that looks good for everybody. A bald head does not
for
always
everybody. True.
Yeah,
but I know how many people that the George Costanza looks good for.
Nobody.
And it's nobody.
I mean, Costanza.
It's one. It's Costanza. It's his,
he was a character.
All right. Mike, your final answer?
Not my tooth.
Okay. All right. Let's go, Jason, from the website. You are offered a chance to be in an upcoming Disney film. Would you rather it be a Pixar, Marvel, or Star Wars movie?
So now we're talking.
All right.
Now we're talking. I did glance at this. I saw this question that it may come up today, and it is unbelievably difficult.
So I feel like
isn't a Pixar movie mean that you're a voice?
Yes,
only?
That's the issue. Is that Pixar's the best, I think, of these three. Like that, Pixar's just. I mean, these are all great franchises, but like Pixar is amazing. But you're just a voice. Like
you're not just a voice.
You are 100% just a voice.
No,
yeah, I mean, like actually.
Yeah, yes.
But
I could put more into it. I could put character and passion.
Yeah, you can become Woody
with
or
my voice.
But you become that character, and then that character lives on forever. Like if you are in a Pixar hit, you're in the parks. You're in Disneyland. Your character, like
yeah,
but
same
it's
with
not
Marvel.
you. I mean, it might as well be a random person.
I mean, Chris Pratt is in Marvel and is in a massive Pixar movie. I don't even remember his character name.
Right. Well, I get that from Pixar. It can be because Pixar has some clunkers out there that just they vanish into the
Honestly,
mist.
I think the answer for me personally, and I don't really like any of these that much, but I would choose Star Wars.
Okay.
Because of the fact that I think that's the funnest movie to shoot. So if you're going to be in one, I think it'd be the most fun to be in like a space, Star Wars adventure with a lightsaber and having like being part of the,
part of the
lore,
canon. Yeah.
the canon. I mean, it's gotten watered down over the last 5-10 years.
A little bit.
But
we're on the way back.
But I mean, there's a lot of bad Marvel movies and there's some super hits. So you don't want to be, what is it? It's not Black Widow, is it?
Yeah,
there was a Black Widow
That's not
movie.
the one I'm thinking of. What's the Spider-Man?
That was actually not Marvel.
Oh, it isn't?
The
girls?
Madam Web.
Madam Web.
That's in the Sony
Okay,
universe.
all
That was
right,
the one
see-
with Angelina Jolie that flopped.
Oh, yeah. That was
the Eternals?
Yeah. That was supposed to be their next big thing, and then it was like,
when that movie came
whoops.
Yeah.
out. That one actor got in amazing shape,
Yes.
and then the movie flopped, and I felt so bad for him.
Yeah.
I was like, you got into shape.
Except he was still super
Yeah, I was gonna
yoked.
say, that's what he got out of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But so the way I'm looking at it is, in Marvel or Star Wars, I think like your chance of it becoming a phenomenon, like you're now one of the core pieces of it, I think it's low.
If you just made me a voice in Inside Out 2 of one of those emotions, that's not lore. That's not the hit. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
But unless it's Toy Story 1 because Pixar was brand new,
Pixar's out.
I think it's out, man.
I gotta get some I gotta get some screen time, Mike.
Which one lets you go to all the Comic-Cons and stuff as yourself?
They all do.
Yeah, but
What are you? Oh, I'm the voice of sadness.
say something. I want to know who you are.
Are you going Pixar?
I'm still on. I don't know yet. I'm trying to work through it. I'm just saying, like, I think there is still a chance of elevation of becoming. It's not you, but it's not you if it's Marvel. It's your face, but it's not you.
Well, these are all characters, Mike.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So that it's not just you're like, oh, it's just my voice, but no, like you are so connected with the character. Like Owen Wilson is Lightning McQueen.
Fair, yeah.
There's a few.
Like
there's a few special
when
ones.
it hits, and now there's a freaking Cars Land in Disneyland.
Yeah,
but it's not Owen Wilson land.
No, but the car drives around and it's got his voice.
Yeah, but Guardians of the Galaxy are there too. So I mean, they're all of these have a chance.
And there's a
to be
Star
more.
Wars world there.
So I think for me,
but it's none of the movie stuff.
For me, when I look at these, like Marvel has maybe jumped the shark, or at least they've just been struggling. But I have loved Marvel movies. I've watched, when the Infinity Wars finish came about, I rewatched the entire Marvel suite of movies in chronological order. Like, they're amazing and awesome, and I love superheroes. I enjoy Star Wars. I like them. And I think Pixar movies are elite, but I don't rewatch them. I don't love the other properties. I've got to go Marvel. And then if I was to say, like, if you got a great role and you're one of the main superheroes, oof,
now you're paid.
It's definitely between those two for me. But I like my memories of watching Star Wars as a kid are better than current Star Wars or Marvel movies, so that's what I'm gonna go with.
Did you get to watch Marvel movies as a kid?
They weren't. I mean, they weren't there.
Yeah.
But I'm just giving you my reasoning.
I think it's tough, but I'm gonna land on. I think I'm gonna be Marvel.
Yeah, you want that screen time?
No, like.
You got a face for audio?
No, my face is beautiful
Pixar?
and should be seen. So, I just like. It's like I guess you want to be a superhero.
It's screen time.
No, it's imagine they reboot Wolverine and now you're Wolverine. Like that would be
great.
That would be the coolest of any outcome.
Yeah.
If you're a bit part, if you're a side character, a small character, Star Wars is the way to go. Because some of those small characters still matter to the nerds.
They do.
Yeah. Unless you ended up as Jar Jar's voice. Trevor from the website, would you rather laugh every time someone cries or cry every time someone laughs?
Oh, man.
I have to imagine my instinct says right away cry when someone laughs.
Yeah,
because you're not offending them.
But you're
weird.
You will be crying all the time.
Mike laughs a lot.
Yeah, I do. And
so you're saying the inconvenience of crying all the time versus the
being rude.
Embarrassment of being rude when someone else is.
When's the last time you watched someone cry?
A grown-up.
Well, this would be anybody.
No, I'm not. It's
but
fine.
Sure, okay.
If it's your kids and you're laughing at your kids, it's fine.
That's true. They're crying. They
grow up.
Boo-boo.
Within the last month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When's the last time you heard someone laugh?
Within the last minute.
Yeah. I'm taking I'm going with the ratio.
I guess it would stop me from being able to do a podcast because I'd be weeping.
Yeah.
Or I'd have to do really sad podcasts.
But then
so I could
funny.
Be a comedy.
There's a niche for that.
It is funny because I'm with Andy that right when you ask the question, you can't laugh when someone cries. Like that answer is out, but the frequency of laughter makes it almost impossible to take that side.
Hey, Jason, why aren't you coming to your grandmother's funeral? I just can't be there. Trust me.
It's gonna be so hysterical.
No, you'll have to laugh. It's gonna be so sad.
I mean, you'll be sad, but you'll be laughing, right?
Yes.
Like it doesn't change your emotions.
No,
it just changes your behavior.
You'll still feel sad.
I mean,
okay.
Can you just justify it as a coping mechanism?
Yeah.
I laugh to keep from crying.
Yeah, we laugh the pain away.
All right, let's take a break. Come back with the Situation Room.
Today's show is brought to you by our friends at Indochino. With weddings to galas, fall brings more opportunities to dress up. Indochino makes it easy to get custom menswear and women's wear that will turn heads with made-to-measure suits, dress shirts, blazers, and more. Their latest fall-winter collection combines classic tailoring with contemporary aesthetics inspired by Europe's most iconic designers. I have an Indochino suit. It fits like a glove. The ordering process was so easy. I stopped by one of their stores, their showrooms. I got measured up real fast. It was incredibly professional. I got to customize so many different things about this suit. And then just a little bit later, boom, to my door. There's my suit that is custom tailor-made to my body, fit exactly like I needed it to. I looked sharp. I looked like $1,000,000. Design the suit of your dreams and fine-tune every detail, including lapels, linings, monograms, pocket flaps, etc. This fall, update your wardrobe to quintessential suiting elements with contemporary flair from Indochino. Visit Indochino.com and use code BALLERS to get 10% off any purchase of $3.99 or more. That's 10% off at INDOCHINO.com. Promo code BALLERS.
The Situation Room.
Kevin from Patreon writes in and says, you're at a restaurant with a friend. and they're telling you a sad story and they're crying.
Okay.
So we're laughing.
Yeah.
In the middle of this story, the waiter drops off your food. How long do you wait to start eating?
Oh, yes. Yes.
I have an unfortunate story.
Oh, no. Let's go.
What?
I just inadvertently made my wife cry one time long, long ago. I didn't know that what I was going to say was going to make her cry. It was all like, now I have to tell the story because it's going to sound worse if I don't.
Okay.
But it was an awkward situation because we were at a restaurant where they were coming to check on the food and coming to check on drink refills, but she was in the middle of crying and they could tell, but then it was like we also needed refills. But like,
yeah.
And this was like when she was pregnant with our first kid, and I shouldn't have brought up like some what if scenarios that happened related to the pregnancy.
Yeah.
And I was trying to be helpful.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that sometimes you just don't bring things up because I was a doofus. And I was trying to pragmatically deal with it and think through it, but she was a pregnant woman with a baby in her stomach that was not wanting me.
Gotcha.
So that was, but I mean, it's been burned into my mind, that embarrassment of that situation, and it's also been brought up by my wife many times.
Okay.
Because she'll tell me about it, but it was like I remember them coming, asking for drinks or bringing the food, and the awkwardness of that situation and what to do.
So did you start eating?
Yeah.
I mean,
you're hungry, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're there to eat. But in this situation, but it wasn't the exact same because it wasn't like the food wasn't there and then it got brought. It was more like refills and stuff like that. But I remember how awkward it felt to have somebody, if you're ever having a serious conversation at dinner, it doesn't have to be crying or a fight. Right. It could be a serious conversation. It could be a political conversation. It could be whatever. If the waiter comes up right at the wrong time, that's weird.
It's awkward.
Let me ask you this. Does it matter if it's a hand food or a silverware food?
Let's go silverware because it's easier to hand food. Silverware is...
That seems more awkward.
I think the hand food is a little bit more awkward.
See, to me, picking up my knife and fork is like, excuse me, I'm leaving.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
I'm leaving the conversation.
Yeah, I can.
Whereas
stay
you can
with
sneak
you.
a fry in.
Yeah, exactly. If I was listening and paying attention and locked eyes with you, I can grab something with my hands and maybe put it to my mouth.
I like the idea of you trying to not make it obvious you're chewing too. Like when she's looking down for a minute, you're like,
or cutting. Like if I got a steak, grabbing my fork and knife and just trying. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like you're not looking where you're cutting, trying to keep that eye contact.
You put it in your teeth, and instead of chewing, you're just kind of trying to grind.
But you're gumming it.
Grind your teeth back and forth instead of chewing.
I think
you know what? Yeah, that is.
I think you have to wait until the crying is over. You can't.
What if it's a 15-minute cry?
Do they have to break the food ice? Like, do they have to be starting the food first?
I don't think they have to break the food ice. But you could I think you can give them a couple pump fakes, like
showing them that you want to start eating.
You want it. Yeah. Your hands are just going towards there.
Can you say, do you need anything else? Is that a way to break in and maybe move it to food? Do you need anything else with that?
I feel like that's the way to do the job.
That's fair.
I've never done that.
Do you need a refill? No, I'm still a waiter.
Yeah. You gonna eat that?
Yeah, there you go. You just be like, yeah, that's right.
Oh, this is the answer.
How is your meal?
Why don't you eat up? You need something to eat.
Right.
That's the ticket.
Yeah.
What, tell them to eat?
Yeah.
I'm with this.
You'll feel better after with a full stomach?
Exactly.
Yes.
They're upset. Hey. I'm so sorry this is going on. I'm so sorry you're going through this. Why don't you?
Yum, yum, yum.
Why don't you?
What have you eaten today?
Yeah. Why don't you just have a bite, take a break.
You know what sad people normally say?
I'm not hungry.
I don't have an appetite right now.
Yeah, but once
can I have that?
Can I have your appetite?
Yeah.
I mean, can you say anything about the temperature of the food? Ooh, it's ready to eat.
It's really like,
I don't think so.
My steak's really cooling down.
No, you can't say these things. No.
Can you pay the waiter to come over and ask about the food?
Is there a problem with your food?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have either of you been in one of these situations where you have to make the decision on how long to wait?
No,
because I know you are, Mike. I know you are not.
Mike would be eating right off the bat.
Yeah, because you're like, even if they bring your food out of order, like not the foods together, you'd be eating.
Yeah, I can maintain the eye contact and pretend like I'm interested.
at this crying
What if they say, please
Fred.
don't eat right now? This is very sad for
I'll
me.
say, more.
Eat what?
You, like, don't keep eating or, like, don't eat? Okay, all right.
I'm going to wait until the crying is done, and I'm going to encourage them to eat to speed that process up. This is about me. I'd wait forever, but you need to eat something.
Oh, man. Big Mike from Patreon writes in, Andy's in trouble. He's been locked in a room with the walls closing in on him to squish him like a pancake. Actually, that was one of my nightmares
That's
as a kid.
every kid's
Getting
nightmare.
squished like
the squish room. The room that the
yeah,
walls come closing in.
the Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's
I mean,
more
go
of
on.
the
Yeah.
more of the using the word squish like a pancake, but it's a little strange to me.
There's only one way for Andy to be saved. Either Mike or Jason has to conquer their fear. Mike has to get stung multiple times by a swarm of bees, or Jason has to let a tarantula crawl in his body for 1 minute.
Dude, I'm getting that maple syrup out.
One-
there's only one man in this scenario who can save
Yeah.
Andy.
It is not going to be me, bro.
Once the task is completed, the door stops closing and Andy is saved.
Andy or
My only hope is Mike.
and I at this point of my life, I think I could do it. I believe that Jason would say, toss me into the room
Yeah.
and just allow me to be
Swap me out.
Just let me be squished.
Yeah, I'll take the squish.
like, you know what, I'm a man of honor.
Yeah.
I let him live. Let me take his place.
No, Jason cannot conquer that fear. That fear is
Could
unconquerable.
not. The only way to conquer that fear would be full general anesthesia.
How small of a
Would that even
tarantula could you handle? Now, I'm for real. Like, let's say it's this.
Oh my God.
Let's say
Let's
say it's small.
I literally
It's slow and it's smaller than your fingernail, your pinky nail. A little teeny baby tarantula crawling up your leg.
Oh my God. I'm like I can't even think about it. It really is real. Like I can't even. I'm trying
What
to
is
think
it?
through.
Describe the things of a tarantula that bother you. Is it the hairy legs?
The hair, the shape.
So if it was like a hairless tarantula,
Is it the
I would much rather like a daddy long legs. No,
Really?
Oh, no problem.
I find
if it
those
was-
to be very creepy.
If it was
Really?
let a daddy long legs crawl across
that's
your
a
arm.
spider?
There is something so many magnitudes worse about
Because the body
the-
proportion to
yeah,
the legs?
the thick boys.
Okay.
The
Is
wolf
it-
spider, the tarantula, like
Are you where are you at? Like, are there other insects that bother you?
no.
So it's the 8 legs.
Well, it's not even just 8 legs because I believe a scorpion is an arachnid. I'm not
Yeah.
afraid of scorpions. I'll go out. I'll hunt
But
scorpions.
it's got the
I think-
tail, so it's almost like
It's like 9.
It's like 9.
Yeah.
I also don't know how scorpion courageous you are. Like, how close will you get?
I've stepped on one. I've killed it with my boot, and
Yeah, okay.
when I see them,
That's not bad.
when I see them, like as I've had over the last decade, 4 or 5 times in my house, I've had a scorpion. When I see one, I go and I take care of it.
Is it possible
Really?
you're
Yeah.
misremembering what a tarantula looks like?
Oh no!
Because you haven't seen one in a while?
Oh no! I have this burned in behind them retinas.
Hmm.
I put it this way:
Scorpions are way worse.
I am
For me, they are, yeah. Tarantulas are nice.
terrified every single day of my life. Yeah, one can hurt you and one can't. You know.
One is an armored demon with
Like,
With poison.
with 3 weapons.
we
Yeah.
were on a hike up in Prescott, and a little slow tarantula was just walking along with us.
Oh my sweet mercy! So this has
Did
been
you ever
a
see the
new-
movie Eight-Legged Freaks?
That doesn't bother
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
That
Oh,
doesn't
he
bother
said
me.
you
That-
have?
I haven't seen the movie because why would I? But I saw the trailer and it doesn't bother me because it's a bunch of fake CGI looking giant monsters. You know, when I watch Harry Potter.
Oh, that
or-
doesn't bother you?
Not really. These giant. They're not.
Giant spiders don't bother you, but little friendly ones.
So,
It's
arachnophobia.
just real ones. Real ones. Arachnophobia
Was
depends on
that
the
on
scene.
the okay?
Yeah. Yeah, but lately, and so this is every day. This is every day for me. We
What
get
is?
what I'm about to say.
Okay.
We get, like everyone in the world, a lot of Amazon packages, and they go right to the front porch, and they put them in the corner of my front porch. My front porch is like a little square.
Yeah.
And so they just hide it back around the corner and they put it in
I know
the corner.
what likes corners.
And I do too, my man. And I can't even look when I pick the package up every single time. Like this last night, I go out and there were 3 packages. I'm holding my breath, looking away. I'll grab the package, look away towards my door.
Do you ever shake it?
And
like kick the package?
Oh, when I pick it up, I'm going to shake it for sure, on the way to the door. And then I put it inside, and I do not look at that box for a couple minutes. Like that's
you'd rather.
The
real
irony
life.
is he probably needs to buy like a long stick from Amazon to move the packages away from the wall, but he can't get the package.
Well, there's also the irony of if it took a ride on the box and you put it down in the house and then you don't look at the box, then it's just free.
Ignorance
is that the thought
bliss, Mike. Ignorance is bliss.
As long as
he
you
just
don't
nukes
know.
his Amazon packages in RAID.
I mean, this is very, 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 very clear. Like if there is a tarantula at my house right now and I don't know about it, there is not a tarantula at my house.
Okay.
If there is a tarantula at my house and I know about it, I have a for sale sign going up.
So, Mike, you're willing to save me is the message here.
I could take a couple bee stings only to save a life, though.
And then you'll have to leap into the machine as well.
Well, and
when you start swelling up.
Yeah, we know I will be allergic.
Do we have time for one more, Al, or do you want us to move on?
Let's do one more.
Do you have a favorite? I see a couple of them in the doc. Do you have one that you want to go with?
Let's go with
Andrew's or Dan's? Okay. Andrew says you have a new diet where you can only eat one food. Starting each Monday, you choose a starting daily allotment. That allotment doubles each day of the week until it resets on Monday. You must finish the doubled allotment each day.
Okay.
What food do you choose, and what is your starting daily allotment that would be enough for your allotment on Sunday?
You said it doubles every day?
It doubles every day.
That's going to get out of control.
Sir, do you know how exponential growth works?
So what is that? That's 1 becomes 2.
Yeah.
So that's on – look, we're starting on Monday, right?
Yeah.
So 1 on Monday,
so if it's
2 on Tuesday, 4 on Wednesday, 8 on Thursday, 16 Friday, 32 Saturday, 64 Sunday. I got to eat 64 or something on Sunday. So I'm ramping up.
So like day 1 is like a piece of cereal?
Yeah.
No, I mean I think you could do
what?
A taquito?
You can't. You're
64
not eating 64
taquitos?
Wait,
over a day, I could eat 64 taquitos.
Okay, that's a good point. It's a whole day.
Yeah, you get the whole day. That's like, I mean, 15, 4 times?
But that also means Monday you're surviving on 1 taquito.
Correct.
Yep.
I don't think you could eat that many taquitos.
Okay, you can take taquitos off. I'm not half a hot dog. Get to 32 hot dogs on Sunday. Live on half a hot dog the first day. This equation is not going to work.
No,
where day 1's going to be like that's a perfect amount of food, and day 7's going to be like perfect amount of food. Like you have to pick something.
Well, no matter what, you're picking something, and you're going to be really hungry for the first few days.
A peanut?
I think.
Okay.
I've got it. So if you can only eat one food, for me, it's going to be steak. I can eat that breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
So volume. You can volume steak. That's your thing.
No, it's not. No, I'm just saying nutritionally. Like if this question was, because part of this question is you only get one food.
That's fair.
And so that portion of the question I'm answering with steak would be the one food. I'm a carnivore now. Then it's a question of how much steak can I eat in a day, and then
go backwards.
And then go backwards. I think I could eat 30 ounces of steak in a day, and so I think I did
half
the math
right,
which is half an ounce.
Half an ounce on day 1.
Basically, if I start with half an ounce, so that means
that's about right.
The first couple days is basically like almost I'm fasting. You know what I mean? And then
half an ounce is. I mean, that's not a lot.
Oh, half an ounce is not a lot.
I'd rather have to eat a little too much on the last day. I think it's going to make the other days pretty good. You think you can go over 30? I think you could do it.
I could
10 ounces for lunch, 10 ounces for breakfast, 10 ounces for dinner. That's not that bad.
No,
if that's all you're eating.
I could throw a couple snackies in there, but I can't get to 64. So I can't start with 1 ounce. 1 ounce is 64 ounces. I can't do that.
40 ounces on the last day. You can do that. 12, 36.
Okay, so like 2/3 of an ounce.
I'm just trying to help you on day 1. Maybe you're just fasting, like you said.
I think I'm focused on water.
If you had to eat that small of a steak, Jay, would you go single bite? Or would you try to cut it into little pieces?
Little pieces. You do like a hot rock where you
hot
Oh
rock?
yeah, where it's real thin.
Yeah, you shave
Tell
the
me
meat.
about hot rock.
Oh,
I've done it.
so
I've
good.
done it. It's
I'm
not that
not-
good, but go on.
You idiot. You sound like an idiot. Take that tooth out because you look like you sound. Hot rock is amazing.
What?
You take
It sounds
you
like
take
Hot
meat,
Pocket.
hot rock. You're going to thinly slice the steak, and then you get a
How thin are we talking here?
We're talking
Real
very
thin.
thin.
Yeah.
Like maybe if I hold it up, can I see through
Like
it?
You're
you're
not gonna
setting
see
it on
through
a
it.
hot rock for 10 seconds.
Yeah, so then you cook it on this hot rock. You just lay
It's
it
a
down.
real neat way to charge people way too much.
You flip it over.
Why
and then
does
you
it-
eat
That's why he likes it.
Why does it have to be a rock?
Well, it's just an
It's just-
easy. Well, because they're not going to bring a grill to your table. You know what I mean? Like
Right, but what if it was like just a flat piece of metal?
I think the thing about
Why
the
is
hot
it-
rock is it retains its heat. Like unless
Yeah,
they
like
were
a
bringing you
sauna rock.
unless they were bringing you a device that was plugged in.
Yeah,
to
that's a
cook
fair
your
point.
food
Metal,
there.
yeah, I guess
A
would
rock
lose
holds
its energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good answer. Good
Thank
answer.
you.
Funnest one by far, ice cream. One scoop on Monday. You carry the rest out to what I could do it.
You could
Yeah,
do it.
you
You
could.
could do it. You would die so soon.
64 though. 64 scoops?
64 years old is not a number you're going to see.
No. Mike, do you have a food you want to pick here before we move on?
I think I'm with Jason's logic over here.
Mike's going cigarettes, actually.
Yeah,
One cigarette
and I'm
on
eating,
Monday.
No, I'm
He's
eating
them. Yeah.
The tobacco leaf is very nutritional.
Oh yeah, no, that's you're gonna live less long than I will. All right, we're back with the draft.
Oh my God.
Andy, I think forgot he.
The Spitballers Draft.
Was that there was something on your screen there?
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that actually got caught by the
I don't
camera.
think anything got caught by the camera.
I
That was
think
a-
the
that was a
very-
nightmare. Do we have the footage?
Yeah, we'll make it.
Okay.
We'll make
Oh
it. Come.
my goodness.
So a long time ago, way before the
I
last
didn't
segment,
do it.
we were in the middle of a conversation a long time ago, and we were talking about different spiders. And I just said, here's what a tarantula looks like, and Jason just found it.
I obviously was not in that duck.
Yeah.
And I just flipped over to it, and I
You scared the crap out of me, man.
Well,
I thought you
wasn't
had a-
expecting to just see a tarantula on my screen.
I broke the rules, man.
Can someone delete that out
Yeah,
before I can ever go back to that
I'll
channel?
hide it. I think it's hidden now.
No, I did not say hide it. That is a person that only hides it for you. Someone else delete
I can't
it.
see it anymore.
All right, it's gone. I got rid of it. You won't trust me, but I did.
Oh my gosh.
What's up, Spitwads? Warmer, sunnier days, they're calling. Fuel up for them with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. You can meet those wellness goals. I know I've been trying to do that. People around our studio have been trying to do that. And that's why I love Factor, because they make it so easy. It's chef-crafted meals. You've got different options. You just check that box for Calorie Smart or Protein Plus, even keto. And when I ordered them, my biggest problem was just keeping my son from stealing all of them. They are fresh, never frozen meals. They're dietitian approved. They're ready to eat in 2 minutes. So no matter how busy you are, you eat well. And that is the hard part, is if you are busy, sometimes you make that bad decision, and Factor makes it easy to make the right decision. Head to factormeals.com/ballers50 and use the code ballers50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That is the code ballers50 at factormeals.com/ballers50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Oh man, that reaction was something else. All right, we are drafting audio to replace your car horn with. So your car horn is gone. It's time to pick something new to replace it with. Jason, you get the first pick, and you are choosing
A big old classic fart.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
All right.
it's like when I was prepping for this show and I'm trying to think of anything, there was only one thing I could think of. It's just a big fart horn. That's a good time.
There are a lot of ways to go about this draft. At first, I thought it was narrow, and it was just going to be comedic value. Then I started thinking about practical value mixed into it. What would I use the most versus what I would barely use?
Yeah, for sure. And a fart
Is all of the above?
Yeah, you made a stinky move ahead of me.
Okay, so you're going fart. I knew you would go fart.
Right.
My first pick, I've got some things that I think will slip through the cracks.
Okay.
So my first pick, I want the Iuga.
That's when I said
is that a foghorn?
No,
that's not a foghorn.
That's not.
No, I want Iuga.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I think that would be hilarious.
I don't know what it is. I literally have a tab up here where I was trying to figure out what that was. And I'm like, sound effects, Awooga?
Yeah.
Is
that from The Mask? It's in The Mask,
It's
right?
in The Mask, but it's not from The Mask.
It's from cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going
Okay.
Iuga.
Yeah, that's very good.
All
All right, so I am up. I get 2 picks.
2 picks.
All right. So
Swap that horn.
Yeah, so the first thing that I'm swapping it for, you are giving me the police.
Oh no! That was the one I wanted the most. The police siren. Yeah, for sure.
Well, no, but I don't want. I want. Whoop, whoop,
you're
whoop.
missing out,
No.
man. You could freak those people out.
I'm with Mike. I think that's the better call.
Oh, no way. No way.
Because the full siren, I mean,
It's too much.
It's a lot. It's laying it on thick. It's going to annoy you.
I want to scare the tarnation out of the person in front of me. I want them to hear the sirens on and have them go, I'm getting pulled over.
Yeah, I think you can accomplish that with the whoop whoop.
Okay, I like the pick.
Yeah,
I like the pick.
That leaves you full siren, Jason, if you want it.
Oh, that's too similar.
And for my second,
what's your second one? Yeah,
just a blood-curdling human scream.
Oh, just a full. Okay, all right. Practical use?
Oh, it's gonna do the same thing as a horn.
Yeah,
which does absolutely nothing. All a horn does is freak everybody out, and you start looking around, going, "Who did what? Who was it? Me? Was it you?" The horn does, other than a polite, you're at a red light, and a polite, not being a freaking turd burglar, laying on your horn, just a little hey, beep beep. Yeah, you didn't see it,
which is hard. Some cars that's hard to do.
It can be, yeah.
And that's why my pick is going to be a clearing of your throat cough.
Oh, that's good.
Because that's going to be the like when you need to go, but I don't want to be that rude, but it's like
yeah,
like you would do if you were in an actual line. But the person needs to move up.
Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. So now I am up. I get 2. I really wanted the police siren. That's
whoop whoop.
Yep.
You can take it.
No.
You can go ambulance.
We're not gonna go that close.
Is there a different siren in the police car that is the whoop whoop, or is it the siren and they're just
and
doing
they're
like
just starting it?
They're just doing a
like
click
a
on and
DJ
off.
move, like spinning the turntable a little bit,
or just pushing a on-off button.
I think they've got a turntable in there.
But does anyone know?
I imagine nowadays
we don't know.
Maybe separate. I don't know. What is the whoop whoop for? Just cruising a neighborhood, like letting people know you're around.
It's you're in trouble, but we're not going to turn the full sirens on.
Oh, like pull over.
Yeah.
That's a get out of the way,
All
which
right.
makes more sense to be a horn, and I totally understand why you'd go with the boop boop.
Imagine if it was an Iuga.
But man, just making someone think that the police are right behind them. If you need to honk, that's what I want. I want them to know they're in trouble.
They're never going to
that
think
they've
it's
done
you right
something
away.
foul. And so I am going to take a referee whistle.
Ooh,
okay. I'm calling penalty.
Oh, you're bringing them back to like when they were crossing the street as a kid. And
yeah, exactly. They're
the crossing guard. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a very good whistle.
Thank you. I brought it with me. So that is one.
Okay.
And I've got one more here. I'm gonna go. Mike took the woman's scream. I'm going with a louder scream. I'm going with a screaming goat. The goat scream.
Okay.
And what does that sound like?
That's basically what it sounds like.
I think that was
like
a
human scream.
What I said, but
It's hard. It's hard.
I'm not a goat, so
I'm not a cat.
Your Honor,
forgive me for not doing a perfect goat
Can
impersonation.
you do a goat scream, Mike?
I already did it. I'll blow out my voice if I
Okay.
go again.
Okay.
But Goat Scream was on my list.
Okay.
I just prefer the.
So that's your second pick or your third pick?
That was my second of this round. Or
what?
That I picked two in a row. That was my second one there. But I started with fart.
The ref whistle. Remember when?
Why are you so?
Oh,
confused?
the ref whistle. Well, because I'm looking at the doc and it's not in there, and I didn't know if you had one more to pick.
No.
I didn't want to do the old say it too soon, and all of a sudden you take it. All right. Well, sirens seem popular. Getting people's attention seems popular. So we need an old-fashioned World War II air raid siren.
Oh, okay.
We need you to wonder, are the bombs dropping? So we'll go raid siren.
It's going to take a while. The thing's got to warm up.
Maybe it's. I mean, that's the same thing they use for like a tornado too, basically.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, if you're a driver and you hear that, you're looking around.
Okay.
I'm looking up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you look up, and
they're dropping.
That's the key to driving safe. Look up, and then the last one. I want a laugh track.
Oh,
I think I want a laugh track because I think I want to use that.
It's not your turn.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
No, it's not. I was wondering how he was picking two in a row here. Oh man, that's
unfortunately no. I will not be taking a laugh track.
Yeah, me neither. How did I do that?
I
know. I got all discombobulated.
I was so confused when he's taking it. I was like,
I wasn't. I knew what he was doing.
I just thought, I was like, did I do something wrong? Did I do something wrong taking two in a row if he gets two in a row here?
Uno reverse
all
card.
thrown off. All right. I took an air raid siren. That's all I took.
Yes.
Mike, you get 5 picks.
All right. My first pick, I'm going to give me the Star Wars laser sound. So the laser gun, the
pew, 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 pew. Okay.
So
like they're getting shot at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, more of just that'll be just for fun. And then with my last pick, you guys know in the game Mortal Kombat at the end?
Finish him.
No. It's very, very close. No, it's just full. It's just fatality.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's frightening. So that's a little bit scared.
It's going to have some options.
That was a deep cut. Get this. I'm going to go with the laugh track.
What?
Yeah, like from one of those old sitcoms, because I see stupid stuff, and I want something I can use all the time. That's not necessarily an air raid siren sending you to your, like a bunker.
Mm-hmm.
I want something that I can just hit if I see somebody walking on the street and they look funny. Laugh track.
That makes sense. All right, so I've got the final pick of this draft. I've got a lot of different options on the list here, but I think there's one that I'm surprised didn't get drafted already. It's very practical use. It's really just upgrading the horn. It's going from a boring car horn to a fun DJ air horn. So the party mobile is coming.
You are starting the party.
Man, you would be so obnoxious with that horn. You'd get to work, and I think you wouldn't come in for an hour.
No, I think
you would
let you know. I would want you to come out and greet me, and then you would. I would you until you greet me.
I like it. It's a good one. So Jason, a fart, a referee whistle, a goat scream, a DJ air horn. I've got the Iuga horn, the throat clear, the air raid siren, and a laugh track. Mike, you've got the police, whoop, whoop, the blood-curdling human scream,
yes,
a Star Wars laser sound, and a Mortal Kombat fatality.
Fatality. I use that only after I hit a pedestrian.
Yeah, that one frightened me just a little bit.
What did we learn today?
That is not my turn. It wasn't my turn.
Oh.
I learned that it wasn't my turn.
I learned that 25% more people bald from the age of 50 to 60. It goes from 50% to 66% in that decade.
To hold on, and you'll have some company.
That's
and I learned that just the what? Oh, sorry. What I learned was that just the George Costanza it's good for nobody.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, based on the numbers that we learned, Mike or I will join you.
Well, you got to count these snakes in the back.
I also learned
I'm on my way.
that Andy is willing to post pictures of tarantulas.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
To the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.